Namaste, Namaskar, and hello from Dr. Shachi, the word doctor and content curator and podcaster at Mahi Language Solution and VQ Podcasts. VQ Podcasts? Vivid, vibrant voices. Whose vivid, vibrant voices? Your vivid, vibrant voices. The people who want to reach a particular audience, who want to describe their speciality, their own USP to the people who want it. That is why this podcast channel, VQ Podcast, was started on the 1st of March. In the 6th month of our journey, I decided to go in for some highlights of those guests who were popular among the audience. So today, I am going to present to you the highlights of the last 6 months. The first among them is a very high networking individual, Dr. Kamini Patel of Vani IVF. Let us see a few excerpts of what she did in conversation with us. Welcome, Dr. Kamini.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
When did you start your journey? When did you become a gynecologist?
I became gynecologist in 89. Just then I had decided that I will be an IVF specialist.
I have also heard, ma'am, that your daughter is a geneticist.
Yes.
And because of that, there are a lot of things that you can offer which many other gynecologists can.
Treatment is not a taboo. This is what I want to convey to everybody, because everybody takes it as a taboo. And IVF is not an unnatural process at all.
Are you doing a regular practice as well? Tare Zameen Par. When you think of this Aamir Khan movie, the first thing that pops into mind is children with learning disabilities. And children with learning disabilities are special children with special needs who require special care and a special educator. So we had to have one on our podcast series. We had the famous Ketki Agrawal of the I Thrive Center. Hi Ketki, welcome to
Hi,
our
Dr.
podcast
Sachi.
show.
Thank you so much.
So Ketki, I was just telling my subscribers that all children are precious, and it does not make any difference what their level of education or their level of learning disability.
True.
Or learning of, the kind of children they are.
Yes.
Children are children.
Yes.
And all children have the right to education, and
True.
all the children need to develop their own abilities. So I believe that you run a development center.
Yes.
And this development center, the child development center, is specifically targeted for those children who have learning disabilities,
Yes,
unfortunately,
yes.
or maybe they are born autistic. So I want to know, what exactly are you catering to in this development center? What do you do? What are the things that you're offering to the children?
Sure. So let me first tell you that what I want to do with my center is make it a very inclusive center. So sometimes what happens is the child is struggling at home. There are signs of some kind of disabilities, but the parents, because of the stigma or maybe because of the lack of knowledge, awareness, they don't know what to do. So we welcome those children also.
Okay.
Any child who needs help is welcome to our center.
I am a doctor, a dentist, a prosthodontist, and because of that, I'm closely associated with the healthcare community. And so we've had a lot of doctors and a lot of dentists and physiotherapists who have come as guests on our podcast. Among them, one really stood out, and that was Dr. Deepal Shah, the onco physiotherapist. Let us see a few excerpts of her episode, where she is given very well-meaning advice to everybody, not just the cancer patients. So let us see a few of these excerpts. Welcome, Dr. Deepal, to MLS Podcasts.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sachi. It is always nice talking with you, and today we are discussing a special topic like physiotherapy post-cancer. So many are not aware like what is the role of physiotherapy or why physiotherapy is needed and when it is needed after cancer. So mainly there are certain complications which can affect the quality of life of cancer survivor. Even when the treatment has been finished, like surgery, chemotherapy and radiation therapy, there are certain side effects of the treatment itself which affects the quality of life. So we need to treat and manage these complications, so that the survivor can have the same quality of life again after cancer also.
What are the signs that cancer survivors need to look for? I have this deep fascination for the occult sciences. whether it's tarot, whether it's numerology, chronology, astrology, any of them, they really fascinate me. And because of that, we have had a lot of tarot readers, numerologists, chronologists who have actually been a guest on the podcast show. And I'm sure there are many in the audience who are equally fascinated by the occult sciences. But among all the occult sciences, as a doctor, the one which struck me as really important was the clinical hypnotherapist. Imagine being put to sleep to find out what your problems are, to find out which organ is showing a disease because of those problems, and to work on it with the power of suggestion. That was what the whole podcast was about. Let us see a few excerpts of that and what Dr. Madhuri Bhatt, the clinical hypnotherapist and also a homeopath, has to say about it. So, a few excerpts from her episode. So, hi Madhuri, welcome to VQ Podcasts.
Hello, Sachi. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So, Madhuri, I know for a fact, as your logo says, that you are a homeopathic doctor.
Yeah.
That is what you have studied, and I think you're still practicing because I've heard that you are an examiner in several homeopathy colleges.
Yes.
So, homeopathy is an ancient science, and India is now recognizing homeopathic doctors to work in their health centers as well, as good as MBBS doctors.
True.
So, from homeopathy to an occult science like I think they call it clinical hypnotherapy.
Yes.
So, though a little bit of it has been included in medicine, but it's still an occult science. So, how did you have this journey from homeopathy to,
Yeah. So my journey, as you really mentioned, that I'm a homeopath. Homeopathy also deals with the mind. We also consider the mind the primary place where the complaint starts. Everything is afterwards the physicalization happens. So whenever I started practicing, many cases I came to know that something is bothering them emotionally. So mind is the outcome, the physical body is the outcome, but something is there which is emotionally hurting the patients, and they are not getting rid of that. That's why the complaints are getting repeated again and again. The relapses are there.
One of my hobbies is to read. I am a voracious reader. I love to read, and I read almost anything. But my favorite is fiction, and that too, I prefer mythology. And if there is a little dash of romance, maybe a murder mystery and a detective in it, then I love it even more. With all this masala, I read a lot of Indian authors, and I had with me Salim Hansa. Salim Hansa had another secret message to give. From his own personal experiences, he was talking about very successful interfaith relationships. And his podcast was a wonderful revelation. So, not having an excerpt from his podcast, of his book review, of his own first book, The Prayer at the Riverfront, would be actually sacrilegious. So, let us listen to Salim Hansa in the next excerpt. So, welcome Salim to VQ Podcasts.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you for inviting me.
So, are you here today to actually be poetic as you usually are in your books, or to defend our pen against the logarithms of ChatGPT and AI?
I think I'll do the second one. Right?
We had specially invited you to talk about your book, but please be my guest, because that is also my hated enemy right now.
I mean, we have the common enemy.
True.
Yes. So AI is a real threat for the...
People are saying that they will actually write books.
Yes.
Do you think that's even possible?
Yeah, I think if you give the right prompt to AI, ChatGPT, they will write book for you.
But will it be as soulful as one written by... See, I can compare it to the DJ who's playing music. He's mixing 2-3 tracks, right? He can play good music. People want DJs at their dances. But who gives him the first track? He mixes 3 tracks, but the track is made by a musician. And that music, can it actually be created by AI? That same soul that a human being has, the same emotions, the human connect, the pani puri taste, or the petrichor smell, I think that is possible only with a human being.
To some extent, I'd agree with you. But then I take solace in one thing, that I believe that AI will be as mediocre as the internet is.
Most of you must be thinking that VQ podcast is being run by a doctor. So there will be only doctors on the podcast. But that's a misnomer. I'm also a networker and a part of several networking groups. So I'm associated with not just doctors, but quite a few other professions as well. Among them, I began my VQ podcast with the famous Tanvi Rathod, a beauty queen winner. Yes, a Mrs. India winner. And for that, I think she was very vocal about the kind of beauty pageant help that she can give to new girls who want to actually appear for these kind of pageants. So let us take a few excerpts from the podcast with the famous Tanvi Rathod, a beauty pageant winner from Ahmedabad, a beauty pageant trainer, and somebody who wants to help the aspirant beauty queens of India.
Very famed trainer in this industry. I got trained by Shweta Athwal. She's a trainer. I also got training from Lakshmi Rana ma'am. She's the supermodel of India. So there are a lot of training.
from Ahmedabad, locally?
None are from Ahmedabad, and that is one more reason for me to start training here, because यहाँ पे कुछ है ही नहीं, मतलब इस फील्ड में जो प्रो कर सके. तो मैं ऐसा चाहती हूँ, जो अभी मैं भी प्लान कर रही हूँ कि ये सारे जो ट्रेनर है जो दिल्ली मुंबई से बिलोंग करते हैं वो अहमदाबाद आके टीच करें. मैं जहाँ इंस्टीट्यूट स्टार्ट करूँ मैं तो करूँगी, बट ये जो बड़े लोग हैं जो यहाँ पे आके लोगों को अहमदाबाद या गुजरात के पब्लिक को ट्रेन करें.